Mr. Fetayo, thank you so much for joining us. He's joining us from Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Mr. Fetayo, let's talk about what this Nigeria is leading with. Finally, Diri dumps PDP for APC, says more move made in Bayelsa's interest for accelerated development under Tinubu. You know, my default position is all these lies we're tired of hearing. Stop all of this. Mr. Fetayo, please go ahead.
Yes. Well, since he said he left PDP, we know he's surely heading to APC. So saying that they want to align with the national, they want to align for the move made in the Bayelsa interest for accelerated development under Tinubu. Come on, you have your own internally generated revenue, you have your own allocation from federal government. It's not all about align or not align, but because they want to pitch their tent where it will suit them come 2027. So all these moving and it is enshrined in our constitution, freedom of association. But you know that even in Bayelsa State, because I learned that the deputy governor did not move or decamp with His Excellency and it's being windshunt, I don't think it's a democracy. They should allow everybody to associate to whoever party. If you want to stay, you stay. If you want to move, you move. We all knew that definitely we joined there, and I'm not. I will not be surprised if some other governors to follow the same step. It's just all about ideology. Most of our politicians, they don't have, in quote, I stand to be corrected, there's no ideology. It's just all about my interest, and their interest all alone. If it does not suit their interest, they are ready to decamp today, move to another party. You know, it's just in Nigeria that before you know it, go and check their track record. In about 4 or 5 years, you see that the politicians have moved in about 2 to 3 different political parties. Anyway, let's see the outcome, because he says he's going to deliver 99.9%. He only has 1 vote. Yes, he might have some influence, but it's the people that will determine who rules Bayelsa State.
And you know, Mr. Didi, one line that is common to these defections is that, oh, it is good, finally they are aligning with the Center for Development. And that in itself places a question mark on democracy, because democracy allows shades of opinion. So if the federal does not allow development to go to the opposition, we should be asking questions of the federal. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper so that we can expand the conversation and cover all themes. The Guardian, focuses on this continuing diplomatic, trouble, if you like, for want of better description at this time, with the U.S. Trump's threat sparks investor fears as economies split on impact. So there are besides the implications of being designated a country of particular concern, there is also investor fear. What should Nigeria be doing at this particular point in time to ensure that this is resolved as soon as possible? Mr. Fetayo.
Yes, first and foremost, I think the U.S., they have an ambassador in Nigeria. I think the first time Trump made that statement, Mr. President should have summoned the U.S. ambassador here and have a meeting, lay down the facts, see what we are doing, see the statement does not really qualify or does not really meant what Mr. President was saying. And another thing I think Mr. President should do, because this thing shy away investor, where you heard that your country is not safe, no investor will come in. Even internally, it will affect them. And you can see that even Chad, they close their border because they are in the fear that the terrorists or whoever that is attacking or causing security crisis in Nigeria might want to flee into the neighboring country. And I'm sure 1 or 2 businesses are conducted in that route. So it will affect us. One of the things I also expect Mr. President to do is to call maybe the ambassador of Chad, call the neighboring president and have a conversation with them. It is time to be active and proactive. And as well, I will not be surprised if you engage Donald Trump and say, this is the situation. Yes, we want you to come and help us when it comes to technology, equipment and all of that, hardware or software, whatever it is that can make us to tackle this thing. And I listen to you just like you said. we've never heard people that are being held accountable or responsible for this shenanigan act of terrorism, kidnapping, and all of that. Oh, so number of people have been prosecuted, so number of people have been sentenced. Those are the figures, those are the facts. In as much you don't want to share some information, in the public gaze. So I think those are the things that Mr. President should be doing now, so that we can regain the confidence of investors and even our neighboring countries, so that they will not shut their border against us.
Yeah, Mr. Feta, I know you have a flight to catch, so we'll release you in just a moment. Let's go to Daily Independent newspaper. A decline in oil prices threaten Nigeria's fiscal stability. So I'm looking at the numbers. Brent is at 64, WTI at 60. We benchmarked at 75 on our assumption into this year, 2025. It's already November. Well, in August, the president has said we've done quite well when it comes to non-oil revenue, but the big earners, foreign FX earner for us is oil. With the prices down, it threatens that element that's supposed to shore up our revenue. What do you make of this?
Yes, it's high time they begin to think out of box. Yes, we know we depend heavily on oil revenue, because you can't look at the external factor to determine how you run your country. I think they have not done so much when it comes to non-oil revenue. There's so much potential in Nigeria, but most of the investment are not going towards non-oil sector, so to say. They might be making an effort, but it's not enough. And I think if we can look inward, we have our potential when it comes to tourism. They can develop it. We have our potential when it comes to the creative sector. We have our potential when it comes to real estate. And even if when there's a stable power, it will attract some form of foreign direct investment in terms of investors who are saying that they can't come to a country that is not powered or struggling with power generation or power distribution, as it were. So I think they need to buckle up and also to let us know. I said it on this program one time that as a president, because of what we are going through, Mr. President needs to be having like a media chat. It might be quarterly or monthly. Give us, this is what we have done so far. This is what we are looking at. And it's not that they will be reacting. Most of the time they react to the situation that happened. But I think in the terms of Forex, they've been able to stabilize it. But dependent on oil, one day maybe I was saying to someone that maybe because of the crisis going on in Russia, a lot of sanctions have been given to Russians. That's why we were able to have some, so to say, in the local language, customer that patronize us for now, because of the sanction placed on Russia and some other actors. So they need to do better. They need to do more to make sure that we give life to those non-oil sector, so that we can, even if it's, I know Estonia, they only dependent on tourism alone, and they generate so much from that space. You can learn, you can improve and unlearn and move forward. For those countries who are not dependent on oil, how are they doing it? What are the potential that we have in our country? And you can leverage on it, and we'll be fine.
Okay, so New Telegraph is the last one before we let you go. New Telegraph is leading with that. Chad closes border with Nigeria over possible U.S. military action. So the riders, as Canada joins U.S. in condemning killings of Christians in Nigeria, Nigeria needs support to grow democracy, not attack, says ADC. As NOAA dismisses genocide claims, Adeleke calls for peaceful. So the riders are a lot in that direction. So our neighboring country has decided to, put up a bit of caution by closing their border. What do you make of this?
Yeah. First and foremost, just like I said earlier on, I think Mr. President needs to call the ambassador or the ambassador of the country that we share borders with and have a heart-to-heart conversation with them. If it's possible, get on the phone with their president, Davido, so to say, that said we rise by lifting order. So it's not the issue of security. Because it's happening in your house does not mean that your neighbor should rejoice. It might escalate. So let's come together and fight this. And also on that corridor too, there are businesses that are being conducted as well. So if you just put your hand that it's only Chad, who knows, maybe Benin Republic or Togo or whatever it is might join the same along that line, that let's close our border because US are coming. But regardless, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Whatever it is that US wants to do, I think it should have an input of the president. If we need support when it comes to military hardware and whatever it is, not just invade someone's country. We're a sovereign nation, but Mr. President needs to do better and begin to have conversations with our neighboring country, so that they will not follow the line of Chad.
Mr. Adeni Fetayo, thank you so much for coming through despite that tight movement I know you're on at the moment. Thank you, and safe trip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Fetayo is a journalist, a publisher of Megastar magazine, joining us from Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. So, Bukolas, we'll take a break and we'll be back in just a moment.